want to know more about me, yeah, I was a sister in the convent before I left and I got married. The very first video I made here on this channel, you can check that out. Or maybe you shouldn't, because I look so awkward there. Like, I was like, hello people, or is it, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna get this. When I watched it last time, I was like, what is this? Anyway, when you watch that video, the very first video, I think I titled it "The Change of Vocation, My Story." I think that explains in total how I went to the convent. I left, I furthered my education, I returned back, and I left again. And this is me here now. So that is for that. For those who might have been having those thoughts in mind, a lot of persons have been asking, are you married? Are you married? I don't know if it has beat your imagination that China is beginning to take their route, like beginning, or they have already taken over from the Europeans and Americans. And this is for a fact, because they keep denying it. Like, as of last week, I got the information, I don't know how reliable that is, but I think it's from a very good source, that the Nigerian government has commissioned another police station, and this was even commissioned by the president, and it is situated in the eastern part of Nigeria. And the Chinese government have been denying this. Like, they keep saying it's not true, but this thing happened, people say this, it's there on the social media, and it's going out everywhere. And the reason why I think something is fishy about this is that the Chinese government keep denying this for a fact. They keep denying this. Now, at first, the thought was that maybe they opened that for their own persons, their own yellow people, like yellow people like them, okay, Chinese like them, to maybe persecute them there. But no, it's not just for Chinese alone. Africans, I don't know, and this is not only in Nigeria. I think there is one again in Tanzania and Lesotho. I think there are, and there have been cases of the people saying no, we don't want your people here, and some uprising like that, right? And now for the records, right, I got this from a reliable source that the number of Chinese immigrants in Africa as of now is over 1 million Chinese people. Over 1 million Chinese people are present in Africa right now that you are watching me. Over 1 million. This is not a small number of people. Just imagine, how many Africans do we have in China? And these people are so wise that they are tightening us down with loans, with grants. Yes, they are giving us reasons why we should pull out of America, we should pull out of Europe, having relations with them. And we are not seeing this, but they are taking their ground more than we can ever think of. And it might surprise us that maybe the time we realize it, it might be too late. Now let's listen to Umar. I just like the passion he has when he talks about things like this.
I was astounded and appalled to find out the Chinese built a road from Kingston, one side of the island, to the other side of the island. And in exchange for the roads that they built, the Jamaican government gave the Chinese total control over the toll money that will be made by people using the Northwest or East-West Highway. Why would you give a foreign power complete monetary control of the tolls on this road that you know half of Jamaica gonna be using? You're talking millions of dollars of revenue you're giving to the yellow man just because he built the road. They were building at that time 2 schools, and they were bringing Chinese educators over to help the Jamaican people educate black children. They built the Children's Hospital, which is supposed to be largely staffed with Chinese. They also gave the Chinese total control of all tourism on both sides of that highway that goes from one side of the island to the other. I was also told that they gave the Chinese the right to drill in natural rainforests on the Jamaican territory for Chinese exploitation. And they also purchased, if I'm not mistaken, the port, the main port of Jamaica.
They own the port.
Is owned by the Chinese. If another race owns your port, that means they control what's coming in. They control what's going out. What about the drugs? What about the guns? What about the COVID? You don't know what them people bringing in. Chinese don't care about black folks. Go to China. Go to China and see how they treat black people in China. And the Chinese know what they're doing. The problem we have as African people is we tend to think anybody who's not white is a friend of ours. Nobody is our friend. Not the Arab, not the Chinese, not the Latino, except the African Latinos who identify with us. Not the East Indians, not the Native Americans. We don't have friends. Black people don't have no friends. It's when the time for revolution comes, because there will be a second revolution, because you got to get rid of the Chinese. You're going to have to fight 10 times harder. When you fought to get the white man out in the 60s, in the 40s, in the 50s, it was a little easier because he don't have the numerical strength. The white man had to use other black people in his armies to fight blacks. They don't have enough. China is the most populous country on the planet Earth. They have 1 billion people. Don't get me wrong, African people. We're 2 billion. We're the biggest. The problem is most of us identify something other than black, which reduces our numbers. I'm not African. I'm Latino. I'm not African. I'm Samoan. You follow? The second revolution for African independence against Chinese neocolonialism 2.0 is going to be 10 times as bloody, 10 times as long, and it's going to require the sacrifice of 10 times as many people. We will not be able to throw them out of Africa and throw them out of the Caribbean as easily as we did the whites. And the whites wasn't easy. That was a hell of a war. So just multiply that by 100, and that's what we're going to have to deal with the Chinese.
There was a video of mine, maybe I'm going to link it somewhere. Or I'll put the link in the description. There was a video that was circulating about how they treat Africans in the site, especially mining sites or where they make roads, right? Road construction sites like that. How they treat Africans. You see them having a heated argument about payments. Sometimes they work these people out. They work, you come to someone's country and you are lording it over them. Is it done anywhere? Can you do that in China? Can you do that in China? But we have seen these things like, maybe it's nothing. Because our leaders are not even saying anything. They're not saying anything. To the point that sometimes they exchange blows at the process. And you'll be hearing them say, I will not pay with their own language. And since communication is a bit difficult, communication is difficult because they do not speak English, right? They hold on to their culture so tight, and we Africans, we don't even hold on to our own. You see, there's no communication. You see them arguing, and then some will deliberately put it on their Weibo. Is it Weibo? That's something like WhatsApp or Facebook in China, right? They put it there, and then they laugh at us. They are so happy, and those kind of videos go so viral among themselves. To tell you the level of racism that is in the blood of these people, and we are inviting them with open hands. I keep saying it, that the problem of Africans is that we value people more than we value ourselves, and it is seen in everything. It is seen in everything. There is this other guy in one of, is it Tanzania or Uganda? He go get young girls, beautiful girls, and then he made them dance at the front of the camera, and he does that and sent it to their Weibo accounts, and you see people comment. Some will say, why is the other one black like the devil? Some will say, why is the other one looking like this? You see comments. You see comments, and there are so much so that go pick children, gather them together, and begin to tell them things. I think, let's check this out.
Yes, you heard that correctly. The kids are saying, in Chinese, I'm a black monster. My IQ is low. This video was released in February 2020 on a Chinese social media account called Get This. Jokes About Black People Club. Within days, it had more than 4,000 likes and a ton of comments. Some people were laughing. Others were outraged. The word they're using is Hegwe, which could be translated as Black Monster or Black Devil, but really, it's the Chinese equivalent of the N-word. The controversy even got picked up by Western media and sparked a worldwide debate about anti-Black racism in China.
And today, when I found out the internet was so disgusting, and I just can't keep this to myself.
But for me, this wasn't just another online discussion. I was living in China at the time and had experienced these attitudes firsthand. In the end, the internet moved on, but I couldn't get it out of my head. Where was it shot? Why was it made? Who was it who took a bunch of young African kids, happy, excited kids, and made them chant something so demeaning? Those questions sent me on a journey into an industry that is exploiting kids across Africa. I was shocked by what I heard along the way, but in the end, I found my answers.
Like I was saying, this is not just one case, two cases. It has been there, it's there. And we are doing such things with these people. You know, I would say that there's nothing wrong in forming alliances, especially between nations or kingdoms. But what is wrong is when it's become one-sided. Right? When it becomes one-sided. Yes, there is no doubt that China have been giving loans to Africa. They've been helping in one way or the other. But I think there is a partiality. Because the amount of Chinese people we have here is not the amount we have there. The level of which our people are being wronged by these immigrants is not the same. Last year in Nigeria, around the northern part, a Chinese deleted a young girl he claimed to be dating. And I think he pleaded not guilty. These are things that are done right before our eyes, right under our noses, and we can't do anything. Just imagine that they have to allow China to come build police stations in a country they have like 2 or 3. Can Africans go build police stations in China? In short, who will even stay there when they don't even have Africans? You see the way they discriminate against our color, you will never believe it. And then we are deceiving ourselves that we are forming relations that will be a headache tomorrow, like Dr. Omar rightly said. Come on. And I don't know if our leaders are seeing it, or they have other plans, or they are being so foolish again the way they have always been. And at the end, we will suffer it as the masses. Because no matter how things are, life will be a bit easier for them because they are on top. Life is easier for them and their families because they can easily escape them somewhere. But when we are here, our children are here, there's nowhere we go to. We are here. How do we do this? What is the way out? How can we start? How do our voice go out to our leaders in various countries? That they have to be careful in the alliances they make with these Chinese people. Leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Bye for now.